What's up guys, it's Taken here, and you've seen by the title, this is going to be a review and especially a comparison on Order Chaos Online and Order Chaos 2 Redemption. So I didn't want to make content like this right when the game was released and you basically don't know anything about the game and tell some bullshit though you don't really know it. So yet I could talk for days on Order Chaos Online, and I haven't seen everything in Order Chaos 2 until now, but nevertheless, Order Chaos Online and also Order Chaos 2 are both open world MMORPG games, and in fact they are more than that, giving thousands of features, stuff to explore, various ways of making your character a special and individual one. So nevertheless, when I jumped into Order Chaos 2, it was basically nothing of what I expected after Order Chaos 1, so the whole gameplay, setup and every facet is just completely different than in Order Chaos 1. So it just starts like when you open the app of Order Chaos 2, it starts like right in the story. You have like this little tutorial you play through, but Order Chaos 1, it was like you got a menu and all that stuff to log in. You had a real menu in-game to find the dungeons and all that stuff, while Order Chaos 2 is, I don't know, it's like a bit messed up. So you just start in-game, you have like the left and the right sidebar which you can open, and then you get to dungeons and all that stuff, so it's a little bit hard to find and being able to work with it when you start the game, but that's just something that you could work out with the time. But furthermore, what we got is the PvP. So Order Chaos Online 1 had like really so many PvP aspects in the game. So you had open world PvP, you had the PvP arena and the battlefield, and also it was like for 50% of the players this game was just about PvP, while in Order Chaos 2 there are like some areas for open world PvP, but yet there is not that much for PvP. So I don't know whether they will like introduce that in the future, and I hope so, because this is really like a facet that is lacking in this RPG game of Order Chaos 2. Also, when it comes to leveling, in Order Chaos 1 it was pretty much like a clear way, and you could either grind at mobs, you could do dungeons for experience, or you did a few quests. But in Order Chaos 2 it's really like the story you go through with the quests. Just that my problem I have, and which a lot of other players have indeed too, is that the leveling is extremely hard. So you have quests for every level, and higher level quests can't be done before you reach that level, and it's like you have to do those instant quests, and you can't really grind at mobs, and it's pretty much if you reach your limit of instant quests for one day, you should really stop after that if you don't find any quests, since it's not possible to level then anymore. So this is just like the leveling part. Order Chaos 1, it was pretty much easier and faster to reach the maximum level, while in Order Chaos 2 it's like you have to choose this different ways, like those instant quests, use your double vigor, so your double experience points better and not just at any time. When it comes to dungeons and all that stuff, it's like in Order Chaos 1 was really team making, going into these dungeons and really using its special tactic, like running then, and the prey has to really be laid down at a special time just to survive this boss. While in Order Chaos 2 it was like the tank stood in the mid, or any DPS tanked the boss, while the others just hit and killed some ads, so there wasn't like really any tactic or any special, gameplay used to kill the boss in the end. The next parts, which is pretty much like what many players didn't like at all, is mounts and pets. So Order Chaos Online 2 Redemption has like no mounts up to now, which kinda like also gives this game the flair of a real RPG where you explore the world by your foot, or by walking by foot. While in Order Chaos 1 there were like so many mounts, people camped for mounts, and some people even played this game just for mounts. So I kinda like that it's not yet in Order Chaos 2, but I think for the players that liked it, it would be great if it would be introduced soon. 9. For the pets, we have the pet section in the Nick shops in Order Chaos 2 yet, so I hope there will be pets soon as well, because that was a great feature as well. The next part, now it comes to skills and all that stuff, which we had in Order Chaos 1 or Order Chaos Online, like on a really high level. So you had all these specs and all the possibilities to really use a skill that others wouldn't use, because you could use like 37 skill points on, I don't know, it were like 40 skills that you could spec, and this is something really amazing, and you could really use your individual stuff. Well, Order Chaos 2 Redemption, it's like you have your basic skills, and in the end you will use all of them. Just you can like have these inscriptions that you can spec and you can change them. But after all, it's like a hack and slay game in my opinion. So you just click a few skills the whole time, where Order and Chaos Online 1 was like all these combos and stuff, and if you really used your skills in a special order, you were so much more powerful than just by clicking any skill you had in your bar. The weapons, so Order and Chaos Online, you had like not that much special of a weapon, where as it is in Order and Chaos 2 of course, but you had like the scanner weapons, S3 weapons and all that stuff, so you could choose from few weapons, but in the end there was like the best weapon. Order and Chaos Online 2 Redemption has not exactly the same, so it's like you have that heritage weapon you get at the beginning, and you're kind of like working with it and leveling it indeed by feeding it experience points. So this is something I like, that you start with a weapon which will keep for the rest of the game in fact. So there is the chance of getting another one just from the lottery. That's something I don't like, for it's just like the pay to win purpose, so you spend money and have the chance to in fact get another weapon than the one you actually only can use. And the last part on my list which I wanted to talk about is gear. So Order and Chaos Online really gave you the fact to be the individual player, so you had like tons of gears, so many sets and PvP and PvE gear that you could combine, and all the set bonus, so you could literally like take this gear and some parts of that gear, and it changed your character in so many ways. And on top of that you could also transmogrify your gear, so you had a special gear on yourself but character didn't have the look of that gear, so it was really like you could take on that dress or that dress, and in the end you were different from any other player in Order and Chaos Online, where Order and Chaos 2, up to now what I've seen and what I've already obtained from the lottery and stuff, it's like you have the best gear in the end. So it's just like for your class there's level 45 epic gear, and that's the best gear, while in Order and Chaos 1 there was like the comparison, if you had full PvE gear and some PvP parts or some PvE parts from different gear set, it was like it made your character a lot better, while in Order and Chaos 2 it's just like use the best and highest set and you're the best, you're top geared in the end. So that's something that's like a little bit slim, what I can tell from my point at least. Alright guys, so this was just like what I wanted to compare from Order and Chaos Online and Order and Chaos 2, but my opinion is that in fact I like Order and Chaos Online a lot more, because it's just like the game is out since 4 years and they worked on so many things and improved so many things after all. So it's just like the game has so many more facts, or no, not facts, aspects that you can play, all the dungeon stuff. So it's just like a more real RPG in my opinion than Order and Chaos 2, which is a lot more about hack and slay. And after all, the gameplay of Order and Chaos 1 was a lot more skillful and exciting in comparison to Order and Chaos 2 Redemption. So nevertheless, I will continue to play both games, because both games are really amazing. And there are so many things that you can do, so many various ways of playing the game, and it's just both games are really an adventure, and it's amazing to improve your character in each of the games. So I wouldn't really suggest you any game at this point, but just for me, what I like from the fact of gameplay and all that stuff, Order and Chaos Online is just the better game. I hope they wouldn't shut it down, and especially under the aspect that many players, went back to Order and Chaos Online because they think it's better. I just hope that this game will be continued as well. Alright guys, so I talked a lot now. I hope you liked the video, you stayed tuned until here, and just tell me your opinion, comment below which game you like more, or also what, kind of like videos you want to see on Order and Chaos 2 Redemption. And as always guys, this is Taken here, and stay tuned.